Okay, so good day to all. So, our topic for today is about environmental protection. So, the question now here is, bakit ba natin dapat pangalagaan ang ating inang kalikasan? Pero before that, let us read the objective of this discussion for today. So, first one, identify the different human activities that compromises the sustainability and diversity of in our environment. Second, develop a deep sense of responsibility toward environmental protection and act as catalyst of change in pursuit for sustainable living. Third, apply the best practices and lifestyle choices that contribute to environmental protection and preservation. And lastly, create an action plan that will address environmental concern, particularly in home, school, and community. But then actually, meron ako ibang activities na papagawa sa inyo na i-discuss ko right after the discussion of our topic for today. So now let us proceed to environmental protection. What is environmental protection? It's a practice of protecting the natural environment by individual, organization, and government. Its objective are to conserve natural resources and existing natural environment and where possible to repair, damage, and reverse trend. Okay, the question is, bakit natin kailangan pangalagaan ang ating environment? So, look around us. Ano na ba yung na-observe ninyo? Ano yun ay nakikita? Ano na yung epekto ng pang-aabuso natin sa ating environment? Sa atin na mga nakatira dito sa ating environment, sa ating mundo, sa ating inang kalikasan. Anak, after the discussion of this topic, you'll be able to know na mas higit nating kailangan ang inang kalikasan. Kasya kailanganin tayo ng inang kalikasan. So yun, yung basic knowledge na mararamdaman, maiisip nyo at the end of our discussion. Okay, syempre define natin what is environment. Environment kung saan tayo nakatira. It is a immediate surrounding of an individual. Dito tayo, no? And a complex system that deal with a network of living and non-living. Dito tayo naninirahan, dito tayo namumuhay, dito tayo nabubuhay. No? Dito tayo nakatira. So, therefore, nandito ang ating kabuhayan. So, therefore, nararapat lamang na pangalagaan natin, proteksyonan natin ang ating inang kalikasan. Okay, so what are the components of environment? First one, we have the physical, of course, the air, the water, the land, and energy. And the next one, we have the biological component, the plants and the animals, yung mga nabubuhay, no? Here. And then, we have also the socio-economic component, or those, we, the people, the communities, the institution na nag-aalaga sa environment, and also the values na dapat malaman natin para na sa ganun mapangalagaan natin ang ating inang kalikasan. Gaya na sinabi ko kanina, mas higit natin kailangan ang inang kalikasan kasya kailanganin tayo ng inang kalikasan. Masakit pero yun ang totoo. So, alamin natin ngayon ang 7 environmental principles. What are those, no? Paano natin mapapangalagaan ang ating inang kalikasan? Paano natin mapapakita ang pagmamahal natin sa ating inang kalikasan? So, the first principle is the nature knows best. Alam ng kalikasan kung ano yung best para sa kanya. These principles are most essential and encompasses all other principles. This principle only surface when many of pernicious effect of technology were recognized and thereon in the verge of ecological backlash. No? You know, alam naman natin na yung sinasabi dito na alam ng inang kalikasan ang best para sa kanya. Parang sa tao, no? Ikaw, alam mo yung best at nararapat para sa'yo. So, no one, walang dapat ibang tao na makialam or mangharas or magbigay ng harmful effects sa'yo. Dapat hindi mo pinahihintulutan yung mga bagay na yun. Dahil parang halimbawa, sa sugat, tayo mga tao, meron tayong self-healing process. Like this, no? Nakikita natin yung nutrient cycle, no? wherein pinag-aralan natin even during elementary level natin, no? Alam natin yung cycle. Ito yung cycle na nangyayari sa ating environment. Yung paulit-ulit na nangyayari, the healing process na dapat. Kaya lang, ano yung ginagawa ng tao? No, pinanghihimasukan, pinakikialaman, at ang mahigpit, ang masakit, binibigyan ng harmful effect. Like for example, pagtatanim, diba? May natural process kung paano tutubo yung mga halaman. But then, tayo mga tao, ano ginawa natin? Gumamit ng insecticide, gumamit ng iba't ibang chemicals para sa ganun, mas maging mabunga pa yung mga tanim natin. Wherein, ang epekto naman talaga is masama sa ating mga tao. At ang worst pa, nakakasira ng balance ng mundo, ecological balance ng ating mundo, ng ating inang kalikasan. So at the end of the day, sino nagsasuffer? Yun mga nakatira sa inang kalikasan. Yun mga nakialam sa natural process. Para sa ganon, dito sa ating inang kalikasan, para sa ganon, mabuo ang isang bagay. Yun ang sinasabi ka, no? Alam niya kung ano ang best para sa kanya. Wherein dapat, yung sobrang talino ng tao, no, somehow nakakasama. Lalo na kung yung talino na yun, sinamahan ng greediness. No? Next natin is, all forms of life are important. No? Sa ating discussion, lahat ng bagay na nakikita natin dito sa mundong ibabaw sa ating kalikasan ay mahalaga. Each organism play a fundamental role in nature, since such occupational or functional position, otherwise known as niche, cannot be simultaneously occupied by more than one the species. It is, that all living things must be considered as invaluable in the maintenance of homeostasis in the ecosystem. Okay, so ibig sabihin, gaya sinabi ko, lahat may function, lahat ng creation ni God na nakikita natin sa environment, may ginagalawang mahalagang function sa ating mundo, sa ating inang kalikasan. For example, dito, very basic example is the pollination, si butterfly. Alam naman natin kung paano yung process ng pollination. Save the animals, nakalagay dyan. It is easy to appreciate the beauty of butterfly, especially knowing their important role in pollination. Pero anong ginawa ng tao? Sa ngayon ba may nakikita pa tayong mga butterflies, environment natin? Sa ngayon ba, pag lumabas ka sa garden, makikita na maraming butterflies, unlike before. Kasi sobrang talino ng tao. Ano ginawa sa butterfly? Yun, preserve nila. Ginawa pa nilang pan-display. Somehow, no? Ano naging epekto? Yan, sabi ko sa inyo, lahat sobrang talino. Lahat sobrang greediness. Hindi, yung talino hindi ginamit sa mas maayos na paraan. Doon natin talaga mas naapektuhan ng ating inang kalikasan. At the end of the day, tayo din ang nagsasuffer. Eto pa, sabi, lahat, pantay-pantay, lahat importante, lahat mahalaga. Dati pinahalagan lang natin yung the giant, beast, elephant, the whale, the alligator, are objects are of the and products that yield respectively, the ivory, the oil, the leather, the highly priced, highly priced yung mga natin na bibigay ng magandang kabuhayan. Somehow dati, yun lang pinapahalagahan natin. Kaya lang pinapahalagahan at the same time inaabuso. But when it comes to unlovely, wiggly, and troublesome creatures, this is unusual overlook natin. Binabaliwala natin. Pero maski yung uod na yan, maski yung worm na yan, may mahalagang partisipasyon sa ecosystem natin. Kita nyo po. Kaya sinabi ko sa inyo, my dear NSTP student, using the NSTP language, even sa mga classmate natin, kala natin, magugulo lang sila, kala natin, walang silbi na sa classroom natin, pero, create siya ni God, kasi meron siyang value, meron siyang mahalagang partisipasyon, na ginagampanan para mabuo yung klase ninyo. Maring siya nagpapasaya, maring bukas makalawa, meron siyang gift na ibibigay sa inyo wherein makatulong pa sa inyo. So, pagdating sa environment, lahat ng nakikita natin dapat pahalagahan. Lahat may bagay. Hindi yan create ng God lang para sa wala lang. Ng baliwala. Okay? Next natin is, sabi nga, everything is connected to everything else. The principle is very exemplified by the concept of ecosystem. In an ecosystem, all the biotic and abiotic components interact with each other to make sure that the system is extant. So, this principle may be talk of the century in local, regional, or global perspective. So, let us define first, ano ba yung biotic and abiotic? When we say biotic, these are the living things. Ano example na? The plant, protist, the fungus, the bacteria, the animals that are the biotic living things here in our environment, no, in our earth. Then we have abiotic, the non-living things, the water, the soil, the air, the light, and mineral. Ano sasabi nito na everything connected? Lahat magkakakonekta, no? Sorry. Okay. Like for example, itong disaster sa Chernobyl disaster in Ukraine. This is in Ukraine, no? Sa USSR, no? Before. And then, whatever happens to one community may affect other communities. Like for example, that time, no? Wherein nagkaroon ng radiation, no? When radiation from Chernobyl accident leak, it affected a lot of countries through the transfer of radioactive substances by natural agents such as wind and water, as well as human activities like export and contaminated foods. Now, up to this time, the effect of this radiation, the effect is still affecting the next generation organism growth and development. So, ibig sabihin, magkakakonekta up to this time. Yung nagkaroon ng leakage, ng radiation, that time, up to this time, nararanasan ang epekto. Okay. Next natin is everything change. So, number 4 is everything change. Lahat nababago. It is often said that only permanent things in this world is change. This change may be linear, cyclical, or random. So, ang constant lang sa mundo ay ang pagbabago. But then, isa-isayin muna natin what is linear, cyclical change, no? And we also have random change and natural change. When we said linear change, the evolution of a species, no, has brought about higher and conglomerates type of organism. Evolution. So, the theory of evolution, kasama dyan, no? And then, we have the cyclical change. Maybe depicted by interval and the candescence in floral and faunal life stages that go with season. Seasonal, let's say halimbawa, gabi, araw, paikot lang yung mga pagbabago. And we also have random change. It's like a killer Mount Pinatubo eruption, no? Volcanic eruption. It's brought about great temblor in many parts of Luzon. The change in the topography of nearby surrounding. Kita nyo, nangyari sa Mount Pinatubo. At doon na, yung mga pagbabago, diba? Meron pa rin bayan doon na yung tinagurian New Zealand sa Luzon, no? Wherein dati, dalawang barangay siya. Ngayon, naging lake na lang. No? At doon na, random natin yung mga pagbabago because of that eruption. Random change, no? And then we had the natural change or man's technology has affected this natural change, often growing, problematic, extended. Yan, yung mga natural change pag pinakialaman na ng tao using the technology, nagkakaroon na tayo ng problema, nag-extend yung problema. Yun halimbawa, di ba? Ang pinaka-best natin dyan is dati-rati, mga pagbabago, no? Sa environment lang, dati-dati ang daming puno. Diba natanong ko na sa inyo, sino pa ba sa inyo ang nakakaalam ng puno ng mabolo, halaman ng hagunoy, at iba pang mga puno na hindi nyo nakilala. Baka nga halaman second, hindi nyo rin alam, no? So, wala nang nakakaalam halos, no? Kasi anong ginagawa kasi ng tao? Using the technology, putulin yung mga puno, hindi na magtanim, palitan ng mga building, subdivision, etc. Wherein, no, makakahanap tayo ng comfort daw, temporarily. No, temporarily, nagkaroon ng progression yung mga tao. Yung sabihin natin, nagkaroon ng pagbabago. No, nagkaroon ng progress. Wherein, ayan, Nauso na yung mga aircon. Na instead na ang kailangan natin is malamig na environment, di ba? Na instead na mga puno ang solusyon, ano ginawa? Nagbilihan ng mga aircon. Sino pa ba dito yung may bahay na walang aircon? Wherein, ano ba talaga yung effect nito? Yes, habang nasa loob ka, malamig. Pero paglabas mo, mas uminit. Mas may epekto sa ating inang kalikasan. So, I do remember, meron lang ako nakitang post na natutuwa ako kay Harleen Budol, no? Wherein dati daw, pagka summer na, no, patapos na yung school, ano nila is, pagkatanghali, kainitan, nag-garden sila. And then ngayon, pagka mainit na, ano ginagawa? So, tinatanggal na yung face-to-face classes nga naman, nagiging online na, or sometimes, ang pinaka-worst, hindi na nagkaklase. So, bakit? Ano yung pagbabago kasi naganap? Kasi you cannot compare yung init ng panahon ngayon, noon sa panahon ngayon. Bakit sino may kagagawan tayo? Tingnan niyo mga bundok. Wala nang puno. Diba? Tayo din tao yung nagsasuffer. Sasabihin pagka may baha, kailangan magtanim ng puno. Sasabihin pag sobrang init, kailangan magtanim ng puno. Pero ginagawa ba natin? My dear NSTP student, I hope this discussion, kahit pa paano magising tayo. Sabi nga, maganda nga daw project na i-required lahat ng bahay, kahit isang bahay, may puno. Siguro very green ang Philippines sa dami nating bahay dito, no? Okay. Next, number 5 is everything must go somewhere, no? Go somewhere. So, when piece of waste is thrown away, it disappears temporarily from the site, but it does not stop to exist. It ends up somewhere. Iniwala kayo, no? So, could you just imagine, isipin nyo dati, nasaan na ba yung mga stuff ninyo or yung mga things ninyo, belongings ninyo ng mga bata pa kayo? No, ng mga baby ba kayo, nasaan? Mga pinamigay na po. O nasaan na ngayon, no, yung pinamigay. Or yung sabihin natin yung mga television set na nung araw TV Kuba, called that TV Kuba, nasaan na? Yung mga pinaglumaan yung cellphone, probably hindi ba sasabihin pinamigay? Pero at the end of the day, nung nasira, saan? Napunta sa waste. Bili tayo, human person, bili tayo ng bili ng things. Nakala natin magpapaangat sa ating kabuhayan, sa ating pamumuhay, magpapaagaan sa ating buhay. Pero pag nasira, put natin as waste. Ang tanong, maayos bang na-dispose? No? Tingnan natin ng mga araw. So, kung hindi natin maayos na na-dispose, 3R, reuse, recycle, reduce, no? Kung hindi natin nagagawa yun, anong mangyayari? Tapon lang kung saan-saan. Na work-in, no? Sabi nga, ang basurang tinapon mo kung saan, babalik at babalik sa'yo. In any form, no? Basta't gumanti na ang hagupit ng kalikasan. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. We have the recycle here, the classification of waste. Wasted facilities, their proper disposal and minimize, if not prevent, the entire toxic waste is vital ecosystem and endures conversion into useful forms. Since waste are not lost permanently and even goes back to one's own backyard in some other form, it is vital that one become aware of different type of waste, whether they are hazardous or otherwise. So, na-discuss ko sa inyo yung mga hazardous things, no? Before pa. So, I hope kahit pa paano pinapractice natin to para sa kahit pa paano ma-eliminate natin ang waste natin. And also as a human person, no? Yes, marami tayong needs, marami tayong wants. Pero ang pinakamahalaga sa palagay ko, anak, is satisfaction. Masatisfied tayo sa mga bagay na meron tayo. Lalo na kung nagpa-function te. No? Kasi at the end of the day, lahat ng binili natin, lahat ng ginamit natin, mauwi lang rin sa waste. Na pag hindi na manage ng maayos, sabi nga, ang basurang tinapon mo, babalik at babalik sa'yo. Okay? Now, for the number 6, ours is finite earth. So, ibig sabihin ng finite, limited. Limited lang yung mga resources natin. But then, kaya na sinabi ko kanina, meron tayo, we as human person, meron tayong unlimited wants and needs. No? So we have here the classification of renewable resources. Those are that can easily replace or replenish by natural cycle. And for the non-renewable resources are those that cannot be replenished or replaced through natural cycle. So these are the example as we can see sa picture. So ang pinakamahalaga natin tandaan, it's better to conserve and preserve what is left in our environment now than pay the price of agony later. Diba? Sa tubig lang. Mga anak, pag nakikita nyo, bukas ang gripo, hahayaan. Okay, bukas ang electric fan, walang gumagamit, hahayaan. And whatsoever. Ano pa ba yung ginagawa ninyo, anak? Paano makatipid? Paano makakonserve ng energy? Okay. Another things to remember is human consumerist attitude shall be changed. Yan, gaya sinabi ko kanina, and his desire to develop processes and technology will bring about recycling a great number of resources. No? Kahit pa paano, pag nagagamit pa, pag okay pa, sana wag tayo masyadong extravagant, na wherein ang naapektuhan na ang ating environment. Okay, the last one is the nature is beautiful and we are the stewards of God's creation. Of all the creatures, human are the only one made in God's image and have been given the right to have dominions over His creation. Being the most rational, intelligent, and gifted creation, human are capable of manipulating creation to his own advantage. Ayun, tayo lang. Of all the creation ni God, tayo lang ang nilikha niyang kawangis. Tayo lang, above all, ang binigyan niya ng kaisipan kung paano natin pangangalagaan lahat ng creation ni God. Kung paano pangangalagaan. Yun ang tanong. Paano nyo nga ba pinapangalagaan? Dahil nang sinabi ko, lahat ng nakikita natin sa environment, itong environment natin, anak, lahat yan ipangangailangan natin. Alam ni God yan. May binigay, regalo sa atin ng Panginoon na dapat bantayan, na dapat ayusin, na dapat pangalagaan, at hindi dapat abusihin because that is gift. Tayo ang binigyan niya ng intelligent or nakakayahang mag-isip kung paano ma-maintain, sustain ang lahat ng bagay na nakikita natin sa ating paligid at hindi aabusuhin. Okay, sabi dyan, di ba, kanina about this creation exists destined not to be ravaged or abused, but to be taken care of. Take good care of our trees, of our environment, of our resources. Don't abuse, wag tayo masyadong greed. Ito, as a human person, they are co-natural with environment they live in. The environment they live is destroyed and made unlivable with it, Homo sapiens will go on and evolution stop. Of course, kung hindi natin gagawin. Imagine niyo, anak, kung nung araw, diba, sabi nila nung araw, kahit saan ka magpunta, maraming potable water or pwedeng inumin na tubig, kahit saan ka magpunta. Kasi maayos pa yung environment, maayos pa yung kalikasan. But then, because of our greediness, because yung pang-aabuso natin sa ating environment, ano nangyayari? Diba? So, wag naman sanang dumating na even yung hangin na nilalanghap natin, na free sana nating na-enjoy, is babayaran natin. Wherein somehow, yung ibang tao nagbabayad na ng clean oxygen para enable to live. Sayang, kung dahil lang sa pang-aabuso is lahat magiging babayaran, mas pinahihirapan natin ang ating sarili. Okay? This principle is engraved in all religious and tribal belief, teaching of Christianity, Buddhism, and Islam, asks everyone to respect everything that is life and the order of nature. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, 'di ba? Mas kailangan natin ng nature. Higit na kailangan natin sila. Kasya, kailangan tayo nila kasi meron silang own process, healing process, no? Kaya nararapat lang na protection na natin yon ang ating inang kalikasan. Nararapat lang na alagaan natin sila, ang inang kalikasan. Dahil dito tayo namumuhay, dito tayo nabubuhay. And with that, thank you very much. So, your task, no, is gagawa kayo ng video presentation regarding kung paano natin mapapahalagahan ng inang kalikasan. Maximum of 1 minute or 2 minutes video presentation no YouTube wherein ma-advertise natin kung paano isi-save ang Mother Earth. Okay, with that, thank you very much and God bless you all.